all you night readers. It's good to see everyone. I hope you're all having a good night or a good day, according to where you are, based on that, right? All based on where you are. So it is Lenormand night, as you can see up there in the top left corner. It is the Lenormand edition of Tarot Nights. So welcome everybody to Tarot Nights, and let's see what we got going on here. There we are. There we are. Awesome. All right, so we've got Nicole, Samantha, Jonathan, Yvonne, Little Queen, Beautiful Aries, Sarah Smith. Hello, hello. So we are doing Lenormand night. I hope you are all, like I said, doing well. I hope you all got your very specific questions ready, because Lenormand is all about things being specific. Hey, Kathleen, you caught me. You caught me. You made it. It's great to have you. I know. You made it. Oh, I'm so happy. That is good. You made it to Lenormand night. What better night could you be here for, right? Something exciting and fun and, well, very different. Very, very different. All right, Nicole Lachey. Twin flame reading, please. Anything the cards pick about a twin flame would be great. All right, don't forget these are very different readings from tarot. So, and also remember, like I know I say this every week, but you will see you'll see the same cards many different times. They do have multiple meanings, based on what the question is. There are some multiple meanings to them all. However, you will see the same cards much more often than you do in tarot, because there's less than half as many cards in a Lenormand deck. It's only 36 cards. It's a very small, right? It's only half. Oh, it's less than half, because there's 78 cards in a tarot deck. Okay, and that's in a skinny tarot deck. You take one like Lightsaber's and it's like gigantic compared to the little bit of Lenormand. Yeah, I know. Craziness. But anyhow, Nicole, twin flame reading. I think your twin flame is someone who is going to be very successful, very much working on their own, self-employed, maybe having their own business, or at least running a business on their own. I do see a lot of success and a lot of making money. I do see where this can be a bit overwhelming at times. It could be overwhelming to you. I say that because, of course, to make a lot of money and to work for yourself means working a lot of hours and putting in a lot of time, which, time at work takes time away from the relationship, unfortunately. And that can be overwhelming. That can weigh you down, right? I do believe that this is someone you'll meet at some type of a social event. Something social is going to be happening when you meet this person. You'll be at maybe a party or just a group of people together, and sure enough, you're going to meet this person then, and that's when you'll come to this crossroad, right? That's when you'll come to crossroad and have to make a decision. What is the best thing for you? You're going to have to make that choice, and you're going to want to give it some very careful thought. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of careful thought. You'll meet them at a social function, and I think you may feel a bit weighed down or overwhelmed because they are going to be working a lot of hours. However, this person will be successful and will make a lot of money also. So you gotta have to kind of weigh out the risks and rewards, right? It's a risk reward type situation. So, all right. Jonathan Angel, how are you? I hope you are well. It is always good to have you here. It's always nice to have you here. Thank you. Yvonne, hello. I hope today is a little better than yesterday. That's all. That's all we can hope for, right? It's just a little for each day to get a little better than the day before. Right, Samantha? I talk to you when I say that too. That's the same thing I tell you. You can only hope that today was a little better than yesterday. And hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better than today. So I am good. I'm doing well. Things are going well. Yep. You know, again, like I said, I am coming back from my 4-day vacation. It was a week ago that I left for 4 days to do a little decompressing and do a little figuring out of some issues, some stressful issues that I had going on. And, now I didn't fix them, but I do at least now know what those issues are. And that's, of course, I think the first step to getting things on the right track. All right. So Birds, Man, Bear, and Clover. Why hasn't G reached out to A yet? Because, G is a man. G is a man. And I just, you know what? I just think that you got to think of it this way. Birds is all about small amounts of communication. So doing things in small amounts means not doing them very consistently. And that's what you get with birds, right? Now, these could be text messages because it's a small message and that's a text, right? Usually texts are not super long. You don't make a 5-page text. We would call that an email. But yeah, so I do think that I think small messages coming through at sporadic times is what's going on. And I think, G is, the man and the person for A. I think they are grouped together as a good couple. I think they can be very sturdy, a sturdy couple, right? They have that. Sturdy is probably not the word. They're stable, right? There's that stability. This guy isn't going to fall over because he's very stable the way he is sitting, and that's what they have. They have that stability of at least a friendship right now, right? They feel like they know each other enough to, at least say, you know what, we're in a good friendship. Even though G has decided to go radio silenced for a while. G just has to get on the ball here. Just send a little message. A little message would go a long way. Isn't that a great saying for that card, right? Because you figure a bird here, especially those carrier pigeons, right, that they used to use in the wars to carry messages, went for miles and miles. So a little message could go a very long way with birds. Clover, of course, tells me just what it is, right? It's all about luck. It's all about optimism and hope. And I think A has to be more optimistic that this is still going to move forward. Things are going to be okay. And that's good. Clover makes you feel good. It makes you feel lucky. And, well, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be some luck involved. And I think, I think if you are friends with G, you may want to just give him a little nudge to tell him, hey, listen, again, like I said, just a little text would go a long way if you really have an interest in being with A. Maybe, I don't know if you want to get involved or not get involved, and I don't want you to if you don't want to, so I'm not going to suggest that you have, well, first off, I can't tell you have to. That was stupid of me. But, I'm not going to say hey, it would be a great idea for you to get involved if you're not comfortable with it. You do whatever you think is right, but if you are friends with G, you can always share just that little tidbit. Hey, just a little message would go a long way. Boom, and that's it. You put that little seed in his head, right? That little bird seed. Yeah, there you go. Bird seed in the head. That's what I've got. Bird seed in my head. Yeah, it rattles around. Sometimes it comes out my ears. Don't worry. I'll be okay. Yvonne, a financial reading. A financial reading. This is a question I am unfamiliar with from you. All right, let's see what we get here. Sarah Smith, you did. You came back and asked me exactly the question I told you should ask tonight. It's not fair when I give you the questions to ask. It's like I already know the answer, right? But I don't know the answer yet. But I did know what questions based on last night's reading for you to ask, especially for Lenormand night. Financially, Yvonne, why is it? And I know you know the answer to this, and I honestly know the answer too, but it's a rhetorical question. Why is it every time I do a reading for you, I get this super strong love feeling, and I get at least one card that is all about a super strong love relationship? It always happens every reading I do for you, it seems like. No matter what the reading's about, good, bad, or indifferent, I always get one card that tells me just how strong your family relationship is. It's just that way. It's always that way. Now, your finances, financially speaking, I think someone is working basically a 9-to-5 type of job. They go in, they do their job, they come home. There's nothing extra. There's no more. And because of that, I just don't think they're getting anywhere. And by not getting anywhere, then they're not making any more money. And by not making any more money, well, then of course that hinders your financial situation. Now, I hate to say, but I think it is a man in the house, and well, there's only one of them in your house that I know of. But I think he's got a job that is just not really going anywhere. That's kind of it. I don't know that it's always. It's always that way, Yvonne. You're right. You're a loving person and your relationship is extremely strong. Always. I always say that. Always. Hey, Barb. Great to have you. But yeah, I think maybe his job is really just not going anywhere. He's not getting anything important said or done. And it just gets stuck as just a regular old basic 9 to 5 job where things are just how they are. And of course, no matter what, you've always got each other. You always have each other. That shows me every single time. It tells me always. I get the 10 of Pentacles, or I get the 10 of Cups. I do Lenormand, I get the heart. I get the 2 of Cups. I get the Lovers. I get all those cards when I do your readings. Just you. Sometimes your sister too, but you almost every single reading. So that's what I'm getting. That's kind of what I'm getting for you. All right, Sarah Smith, let's see. Why did that not come up? Come on. There we go. Sarah, will you ever get what you want with anyone romantically? What a great question. What a great question for Lenormand night. Samantha, you still got time to think of another one if you want to come up with a really specific question. What a great question, Sarah Smith. I wish I thought of that one. Wow. All right. Wow. Here we go. Will you ever get what you want with anyone romantically? I think you are a woman of, right? In Lenormand, man is only man, and woman is only for women. It's not like say the knight of something in tarot that could be, it could have characteristics that go along with a woman for a reading, or it could have characteristics that go along with a man for a reading. It doesn't matter. Gender doesn't make a difference. In Lenormand, it does. So this is definitely talking about a woman, which I am saying is you. And I think you would be someone who would be so loyal, always warm, always that friend, and always someone who would be protective of the relationship. Now, I think that there is a meeting that can be happening. Something is going on somewhere that you're going to be going to, or you may be invited to, or something to that effect, that is going to be really good. It's going to be fun. You'll have a good time and you will enjoy yourself. And there, someone will be there that catches your eye. And I know this is a huge leap from catching your eye to moving to the tower here, because this tower and tarot tower are not the same. Tarot tower is all about change and big changes and chaos. And no. Tower in Lenormand is all about some type of a large institution, something that is very serious, something that is very big, and something that is very long lasting. And sure enough, I do believe that institution, right, is the institution of marriage. I know it doesn't show up as nicely as the heart would have shown up, right? That would have come right out and said it to you. But I'm going to tell you, that's what I'm thinking. So I think you will meet someone at some place, some place where you're with a bunch of friends or a group of people, and getting together and just hanging out, and all of a sudden, somebody somehow knows this person, and they just happen to be there, and they introduce them to you, and sure enough, things kick off. Boom. And I think that would be a wonderful thing for you, because then, if we're really foreshadowing, if we're really looking to the future, well, then this person is going to turn into someone who is marriage material. So your question is, will you ever get what you want with anyone romantically? Absolutely, you will. And you know what's going to be the part that attracts them? Is the part all about being loyal. That they know they finally have found someone who is never going to betray them, just like they would never betray you. That's what I see for you. That's what I get, Sarah. I hope that was a good reading for that question, because what a beautiful question. Worded so eloquently, I have to say. I'm very glad you came back. I'm so glad you're here. And I do hope you come back each night. Always come back, always post questions. I do pick them randomly. So, of course, there are nights that you may not get a reading. And then there's, the nights where you do. And I try to do as many readings as I can. Right? Barb, that sounds like a very familiar question. Will I ever find real, honest, true love again? All right. Will you ever find honest, true love again? Well, there you go. You got the dog too. You know what that's all about, because we just talked about it. You've got a lot of different stuff here. You got birds and dog, and we talked about that already. So, oh gosh. Okay, Kathleen, I'll try and get to your reading. Good. Sarah, thank you. So, child tells me that something new would be coming into your life. Something new would come into your life, and that is a good thing. Good night, Yvonne. And that would be a good thing for you, right? Something new. Of course, it starts off small. That would be why this is child, right? It starts off as something small. And well, that's how all really good relationships start, right? You don't just jump into them. Okay, well, today we meet and tomorrow we're getting married. If you do that, I think probably not. But yeah, I see where something small starts new, and that is a good thing for you. Now, this person could be a little bit on the immature side. That could also go along with child, right? Because maybe at times this person will act a little childish, even though they are going to be of a more mature age, Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because it's okay to be immature, even when you are in your 40s or more, like me, like way more, right? Yeah. It's good to be a bit immature, because then, that opens up the door to fun and doing goofy things. And you know what? It's not so bad to do goofy things. It's really not. It never used to be, that's for sure. Tree tells me how things grow, right? It's all about growth. It's a tree, right? What do trees do? Of course they grow. I know, Barb. You didn't have to tell anybody. I said 40s. I said 40s. And maybe he'll be a little younger than you. Who knows? Maybe that's what the child is trying to tell me. You'll be dating someone a little younger than you. Not 7 or 6 or 4, however old this kid is. Not a teenager, but no, I mean, maybe that's it. I'm going with the immaturity route, though. I really think, and I don't think it's just all the time. I don't think this person is going to be, a 50-year-old man who acts like a 16-year-old all the time. But I just think that every once in a while, something goofy will happen, right? Something, and I use that all the time, goofy, because that's me. That's a good term for me. But it's, just something silly happens. And you know what? The two of you sit and giggle about it. like teenage schoolgirls. And that is a romantic type of night. That is a romantic idea, right? Something silly happens. You both sit there and laugh about it. And it's romantic that way. Again, I see growth. I see a lot of growth here in Tree, right? Tree is all about growth. It's all about putting down your roots. It's all about, right, having a family tree. Now, of course, you're not going to have children and stuff. I understand that. You've already got your children. You've got grandchildren, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And the person you meet, if they're around the same age as you, they probably have the same thing. At least children, if not grandchildren. Not a big deal. I think it starts off small. It starts off small by texting or messaging each other, or maybe even an online type of situation where you are emailing back and forth to each other to start. And that's okay, because I'll tell you, online dating is not so bad. You just have to watch where you're doing it. I wouldn't suggest Tinder. But I would tell you that my wife and I met online, and we've been married for 6 years, and we've been together for almost 8. It will be in December, 8 years. And we've been married for 6.5. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful marriage. So yeah, I think it starts off as something that is, through some kind of communication, through some kind of short communications, which again would be texts or emails or something to that effect. And I think this person, again, like I was just saying to Sarah, right, about all that loyalty and protection and being a very warm companion to you, right? I'm not saying feed him treats when he's sitting on the couch like a good boy. I'm not saying pat him on the head and tell him roll over and play dead. But I am saying, that loyalty that you first think about when you see a beautiful dog, right? You see a dog walking with a person, and the first thing you think of is, oh, that dog, he's such a loyal friend. What a great companion. What a warm companion. These are all different, right? These are all words that would come to mind when you see a beautiful dog, or even an ugly dog, because ugly dogs need love too. But that's exactly what this person's going to be. Hopefully he becomes a beautiful dog, but you never know. I don't know when. I know you're asking when. This doesn't. I can't stretch out child enough to say, oh, it's going to be a short amount of time. I can't do that. It just doesn't. That doesn't work. That is not a time. It's definitely not a time card to talk about. I just see that it's going to be something that's new, something that starts small. It'll be small messaging type of thing where, again, I think it's going to be some kind of communication through all messaging in the beginning to start. I think it grows into something beautiful. I think you put down roots with this person. I think you have, right, the whole ancestry thing going on. And I think this person is going to be a very loyal, warm friend who wants to protect the relationship just as much as you want to have the relationship. So that's what I see. So I would be willing to say yes. The answer to your question, yes. Of course you need to heal first. Of course you do. But you wouldn't, especially if this is an online dating type of situation, well, then you're not going to put yourself on an online dating site until you're healed anyway. It's okay. It's all right. You take your time. You take the time you need to heal. Take that reading as a future that could possibly be if you make it happen when you're ready. That can be what your life is like in the future after you've healed, if you want it to be, if you make it happen. And that is a wonderful thing, Barb. Lisa, family reading. I hope you're doing okay. I really do. Well, there's 4 cards we have not seen tonight yet. Cross, Mountain, Key, and Sun. So Cross tells me that you have a lot of faith in something that's going on with you, right? Something you're doing is giving you some strength, some faith, oh gosh, what's a good word for it? I don't know. I think those are good words for them, right? Strength and faith from a higher, from some higher being. Absolutely. I think that's how you are feeling, like, okay, I've got the strength. I've got the faith. I can move forward. However, things move forward very slowly because you have Mountain, and Mountain is all about an obstacle or a problem, something that has challenged you. And challenges, of course, slow you down. And, well, just because they slow you down does not mean they stop you from moving forward. And once you move forward, you will have the key to unlock new doors, right? You will be able to, unlock new experiences and new, all kinds of new things. New emotions, new everything. You unlock that door and you have everything open to you, right? And again, I have Sun, and Sun is just like the tarot card Sun, which is all about happiness and joy, light and warmth, right? You want to be real. You want to feel that warmth. You want to feel that light shining on you. It makes you feel happy. And again, that happiness comes from the light in your life, the lights in your life. And that is your, again, your small family as as well, right? The two men in your lives are the lights of your life. And sure enough, I see that there in the sun. Yeah, I definitely see that. I see they give you a source of power, and that would be sun for sure. So that's what I get for you, Lise. Oh, let's see. What else do we have going on here? Little Queen. So, Little Queen, how are you? Will your love life improve this month or next? Are you asking, is it going to be this month or next month? Or is it just, will it improve like by the end of next month, basically? Barb, you do deserve that for once in your life, and you are very welcome. It brings you joy. See, something to look forward to. Absolutely. It is something to look forward to. And again, like I was saying, I said to Yvonne earlier, and I also commented it was for Samantha, that, and you know, it goes for you. You hadn't got here yet, but you know, I can only hope that today was a little bit better than yesterday, and I hope that tomorrow is a little bit better than today, and that's how things are going to heal, day by day, little by little, step by step, inch by inch. Oh no, that's I Love Lucy, isn't it? Well, only us old guys know that one. But yeah, so what do we have here? There's a card I don't get very often. Right there. Rider. I don't get that one very often when it comes to my Lenormand Knights for some strange reason. So will your love life improve this month or next? I think there is a man, right? There's a man. There he is right there in the front of the reading. And that's like the topic. Like if this was a sentence, that would be the subject of the sentence. That would be what the whole sentence is, what the whole rest of the sentence is about would be a man. And that's exactly what you're looking for, right? You are looking for that. However, you get coffin right after it, which is the end of something. I don't think it's the end of the man. But I think you've had loss. And I think that loss has been, with another man, right? You've lost another man, and that was not a good thing for you. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It didn't end the way you wanted it to, of course. It never does. It never ends the way people want it to. It really doesn't, no matter if you're no matter what side of it you're on. Even when people say, oh, it was a mutual thing, it doesn't matter. It's not really mutual. Somebody's feelings are hurt, trust me. But yeah, I think there was that loss in your life at some point, and now you're moving forward, and you just have to decide which way you want to go and make a good choice, right? Think about it. Think very hard. Think very carefully. And make a choice on what direction you want to go, because Rider is telling you that there is some new, quick moving, quick coming to you quickly messages and news. If you're on the right path, if you are on the right path, then Rider will come along and give you some news. It will be just, it'll be some quick idea of something, but it's all going to be tied back to a man. And that's what I see for you, Little Queen. So yeah, this month or next, definitely something is going to happen with a man. That man. I don't think he's going to look like that. I kind of hope he doesn't. But yeah. Hello, Peachy Keen, and welcome. Welcome to the Tarot Nights. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. This is the Lenormand edition of Tarot Nights. We do this every Wednesday night. We do Lenormand readings. The rest of the week is, the rest of the week is regular tarot. I'm here every single night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we do random tarot readings. I choose randomly, but donations do take priority. They do guarantee a reading. So, all right, Peachy Keen, you want to reach out to your friend AV. You haven't talked to her in a while due to reasons that you recently found out, but you recently found out her friend passed away, and you want to be there for her. Do you think she'll answer and let me in? All right, let's see what we get for you. Hello, Lori, but not that Lori. And Valentina. Hey, it's great to have you here. It is good to see you all. It's always nice to have everyone here. Oh, lilies. Oh, Lily. That's the one card I always hope never shows up in my readings. Well, it will be different in this reading, that's for sure, because this is not a love reading. Number one, it's not a relationship reading. So here's what happens. Something happened between you and your friend. All right. Something definitely happened between the two of you. And I think someone kind of was a little sneaky, right? Fox is all about sneaking around and maybe being a little deceiving. So maybe someone kind of deceived you a little bit. And unfortunately, that is what is the reason that you guys have not spoken to each other. Unfortunately, that's hard to get over. I think before that, again, you were a very loyal friend. I think you were both very loyal friends. I think you need to go to this person. I think you need to go to AV. I think she is a... Oh, gosh, let's see. I think she will have all of the control in the conversation because it's you that's coming back to this friendship. However, I think you have to be an open book to her. I think you really have to tell her. Is this Echoes of Nature? No, this is the Revival Art Lenormand. This is Lenormand. I have Echoes of Nature. That's here. Very different, though. That's an Oracle deck, Echoes of Nature. This is Lenormand. Neither of them are tarot. So, yeah, I think that's what's going to have to happen for you, Peachy Keen. I think AV is going to have all the power in the discussion. I think you're going to have to be an open book and explain exactly what went wrong and how you feel and what you're thinking about. If you want that loyalty, if you want to have that loyal friend and have that good friend back, at least, it may not be the friendship that it used to be, but it can be a friendship. It can be friendly instead of being friendless. Again, I think somewhere down the line, there was some kind of deception and, one of you, it had to be one of you, right? Absolutely had to be one of you that was the bad guy. And if it was you, then you're the open book. You fess up to it. If it was AV, then you are the open book and you let AV know exactly how what happened and that you weren't happy about it, but you're willing to, you're willing to put that aside, and you would really like to help her in her time of need, since her friend passed on. So that's what I get for you, Peachy Keen. I hope that makes sense. I hope. Kathleen Boyle, I'm not sure if you're still here. I know you were on the phone, but I told you I was just glad you were able to make it to a live show again. And I will do your reading because I know you go back and watch these shows. And you have not been here in a long time. Bountiful Sea Turtle, how are you, by the way? How are things going down in Florida for you? Mazda, it's nice to see you. Welcome. Was your question answered, Mazda? No, it definitely was not answered. But we still have 17 minutes. So, and also if you want to guarantee a reading, don't forget all of the donation information is at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the show description. So you can, if you donate, you do guarantee a reading. And it guarantees your reading right away. All right, so will I win money soon? I think you've got the keys to the kingdom, right? I think you're going somewhere. You're going somewhere social, and it's going to be somewhere, of course, that you have the opportunity to win some money. So, maybe that could be a possibility. I think I definitely am seeing that here. Birds is telling me that this is something that you've been talking about in little bits and pieces for a long time, for a while, right? And I think it's moving forward now. I think it's getting ready to fly the coop. Yeah, if I could say that. But I do see gifts and success coming your way, and that will be also giving you happiness. Now, I think this may be something that you are planning with friends. This tells me about friends. Birds doesn't say anything. It doesn't really tell me about friends, but there's many birds there. So I'm going to go along with, maybe they are friendly because they're not pecking at each other. But garden is also all about a friendly gathering and, gathering with a group of people. And of course, I think those people would be friends. So yeah, Barb. Yeah, Kathleen, I do think that you have the opportunity to win some money soon. You do have that opportunity. All right, Mazda, I read your question. And it was, oh, come on. Why is this taking so long? Well, it will come up, I swear. I think. There it goes. So you would like to know what caused the accident you saw today, and is the person alive? Wow. Well, let's hope, right? Let's all hope that that's the case. All right, let's see what we get for you. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. And also, get those notifications so you can see that I'm here every single night at 6 o'clock Eastern. And you can also see when I put out my daily tarot tip. All right. What caused the accident? The sun caused the accident today. That's what I'm going with, Mazda. I'm going with the whole idea right off the bat, just from the card itself, that the reason for the accident was the sun in someone's eye, right? The sun in somebody's eye. I think it was a man that caused the accident, right? It would be a man who caused this accident. I think it is what's a good way to explain it? I think there was a lot of people there talking about this accident because it looked so bad. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, especially with Clover, with some luck and optimism, I truly believe there is hope for everyone who was involved, that they will all be okay. It is going to take some luck, and that luck is going to be optimistic. And of course, that is going to be definitely something that is going to give everyone hope. And I think there is that hope that things will be better for the people who are involved. Okay. That's what I get for you. Oh, beautiful sea turtle. I always know you're from Florida. I always remember. I remember when you first started coming here and you always would say, hello from Florida. So, all right. Sharon Q, can you ask a question? Absolutely, you can ask a question. I choose questions at random, so you still always have a chance. As long as we have time, there is chances that you can get a reading. Lori, but not that Lori. You did not put a question up. Valentina has one up, and I do have hers. And Bountiful Sea Turtle, I see yours. That's it. Howdy from Florida. That was it. And now from sunny Florida, Bountiful Sea Turtle. Oh, beautiful Aries. I see your question, and I think you had that question at the beginning of the show, and I missed it, and I skipped over it. I think I picked another one that I saw. I was kind of skipping around all over the place, and I'm sure I missed it, and now it's gone. So thank you for reposting it. That's a good one too. Awesome. All right. So, Valentina, what are Francisco's real feelings towards you? I think he really feels like, ooh, I don't like Snake in this position. I think he really feels like he could move on, right? He could just kind of slip away and no one would know. I really think he feels that way, unfortunately. I think he sees that as being something that could happen, right? It's just, you know what? Maybe I'm not good enough for Valentina. Maybe I'm not, enough. Maybe I'm not the person for her. Maybe I'm not going to be able to make her as happy as she wants to be. And so they kind of slither out, right? Kind of quiet and sneaky, and poof, they're gone. However, with that being said, and that kind of being covered up, I think if the two of you really talk, there are a lot of good things here for a relationship, right? Bear tells me all about stability, all about strength in the relationship. It tells me, Anchor tells me all about, again, safety, security, stability. You know, what makes a ship, a huge, huge ocean liner, stop and stay in one place and be stable and be secure? Well, it's the anchor, of course. That is what you're looking at, right? A stable, secure, stable, all kinds of stability, all kinds of strength, strong, stable, secure relationship that leads to a commitment. So I think Francisco has this in his mind, that this is what he would like. I just think he has this terrible, funny feeling that he is not good enough for you. But I definitely think, good things are there. I definitely think good things are there. Trust issues are also, there you go. This could definitely tell you all about trust issues. I didn't go there with that. But of course, you know, what else, right? A sneaky snake, right? That's what everybody says. Oh, he's being kind of sneaky snake. And sure enough, that is what you got, as a sneaky snake. And you're saying there's trust issues there on both sides. But I do think that there can be wonderful things, as you saw right there at the end. I definitely saw them. All right, Bountiful Sea Turtle, what should you focus your attention on now for the highest good? Yeah, you're both damaged from your past, and I understand that. You know, I'll tell you, I'm always honest with you guys. I always tell you stories about my own personal life. And my wife and I were very, very damaged. I've told you guys some very, very bad stories about what happened to my wife. And, you know, I knew that going into it. I had my baggage too. Not nearly as bad as her baggage, but it was baggage nonetheless. And you learn to get through it, right? You learn to work through it. That's what I always say. You know, when I make a vow, and you know, that vow is your word, right? That's your word. That's that's your commitment. You've committed to that person. Well, then, you know what? You better stick to that word. Unfortunately, I had two wives that didn't stick to that word. I always did. I gotta say, you know, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying it for that reason. But I stuck through things that I should never have even stuck through with some of it, and I still did. And I still ended up having the same problems, right? Having things happen to me that did not involve me. So, all right. Bountiful Sea Turtle, what should you focus your attention on for now? For the highest good, you need to focus on a man. What could be better than that, right? Focus on a man. Hey, CM. Welcome. Hey, hello, Anshel. I hope I said that right. It sounded good in my head. CM, nice to have you. You seem to be here just at the end of each show. All right. So I do think that your focus is going to be on, again, it is going to be on uh, a, a man of sorts, right? I don't know that it's going to be of a relationship man. I don't think that's really the case in this, but I do think it's going to be something that has to do with maybe doing some kind of work from home, working from home, or, you know, doing something very familiar to you, something that's familiar. I think you're going to work on. And I think this man is going to help you. Yeah, a man with a heart card would be good, but this isn't so bad because this could also, of course, if this is really if this totally turned into a love reading here, which it's not, unfortunately, this would go, very easily from a man who you're very familiar with, who you settle into a home with. That's a very easy turn. But I don't see that. I see more of a home business type of relationship with this man. That's okay, CM. You come when you can. That's all. Crossroads, again, tells me that you're going to have to make a choice. You got to think about it. It's just something to think about. Crossroads are sometimes a challenge, sometimes they're not, but they're always a choice. And there's always a decision to make, and there's always careful thought that has to go into that decision. And I think you're going to get some help with that decision through some kind of formal paperwork, right? Something very formal, like business paperwork, maybe a business loan where you have papers. Maybe this is a man from a bank. And this, I could be going in a completely wrong direction. Maybe you are looking to buy a home and you are talking to a man at a bank who is doing the paperwork for it. Or again, this could be a home business and you're working with someone at the bank to get a business loan. These are not easy decisions. These are big decisions. So these are the things I'm seeing for you, Bountiful Sea Turtle. I hope somewhere in there that scenario kind of made sense to you. All right. Let me just take a look and see if we have any donations. If not, I will pick one more freebie, and that'll be our last reading unless I get donations. I do stay around for donations still. I will continue. And I don't know how many people are still here, but beautiful Aries, it's you. It is you. Please tell me you're still here. Oh, please. I will shuffle till I hear from you. Anshal Sharma, how are you? I hope you are well. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe and get notifications. You'll see I'm here every night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Awesome. Beautiful Aries. Thank you. And I also do daily tarot tips that I send out every day, so you will get those. You think it makes sense? Well, Bountiful Sea Turtle, there was a lot of things in there that I kind of threw out at you, but it all kind of worked around the same premise, right? It's definitely got to do with a man. It's definitely got to do with something going on in a home or with a home, whether it's buying or working, or, maybe you do stuff out of your house now. Maybe you're already doing things, right? Maybe you sell things online. Your daughter is a beautiful Aries. I too am a beautiful Aries, I have to say. Yes, at least in my own head I am. When I close my eyes, I think I am. So, All right. How does your boyfriend feel about you surprisingly helping him out last night? Well, I don't know what you surprised him with, but I I think he didn't see it coming. I will absolutely say that to you. I will say 100%. There you go. You do sell online. See, that makes sense to me now because that's what I've said. It's a home business, right? Maybe you're selling something to a man. Maybe it has something to do with that. It's not lilies. It's not the lilies. Oh, beautiful Aries. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Uh-huh. Anyhow, yeah, I'm going to tell you 100%. Absolutely 100%. You've got mountain, which is an obstacle that you can't really see through, right? It's a barrier. You can't see through a mountain. Of course you can't. And you've got the clouds at the end, which is all about things being obscured from view, not being seen, right? Being snuck up on. You can sneak up on something. Things were not clear. They were hidden. That's a good word for it, right? Hidden. And there you go. He was 100% surprised. I think, I think by you helping him, it just goes further into stabilizing and strengthening your relationship. Scything clouds, yeah. He didn't see her sneaking up on him when she was gonna cut him off. No, that's terrible. But I think by you being there and helping him out with whatever it was that he needed help with, I truly believe that it was something. It just put a little more strength. It put a little more solid base into the relationship. I'm not saying it needs it. I'm just saying that it does, right? When you think you love somebody to the fullest and the very most that you ever can, and then something special happens or they do something special and you look at them a little bit differently in a good way. Yeah, and it just turns up a little bit. That's what you got. That's what happened. And that's strength. I do think that, this was good for you guys because maybe, and I'm just saying maybe, in the recent past, you guys have had some arguments of sorts, right? I'm thinking maybe there were some arguments. And again, he was kind of blindsided by this whole thing last night. So I think, if there were some arguments, that's really why he was so surprised that you were there to help. And that's what I get for you, beautiful Aries. That's really what I see. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I really think the argument part is right, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me, please, because I would not be upset if I knew that that was wrong. But definitely he was 100% blindsided by you being there, but it was a very good blindsided feeling. All right. That's what I get. All right. I have no other. I have no donations. There's been some arguments. I'm kind of nonchalant sometimes where I think he can't read me. Yeah, well, that's it then. That's kind of scythe, right? It's about cutting something off. It's about fighting. It's about, it can be about surgery, right? It could be about something actually physically being cut off, or, like something small. We did a reading about that one time, and I said, somebody asked about their father having surgery, and I said, I think something is going. It's scythe, and I said, I think something very small. I think it was scythe and child, and I said something small, very small, is going to be cut off of him. And sure enough, that's what happened. He turned out okay, and that was great. But that's exactly what it was. He had to have a biopsy on a small growth on his back, and it was very, very specific, which was great. It was an awesome reading. I was very shocked that the outcome came out that way, but it did. So thank you all very, very much for being here. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you all being here for Lenormand night. I do not have any more donations, and it is almost 10 after 7. So we will end our show. There we are, Lenormand edition. We will end our show. Thank you for being here for Tarot Nights. I am the Knight Reader Tarot, and I will see you all tomorrow night for another edition of Tarot Nights at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you. Bye now.